look good, show us some more of that brilliance that we got in the first half.
Well, here it is, guys. It's the Dark Souls style music. It certainly is a Dark Souls, the final boss for old Plano. Can they bounce back on Dust2 against Triumph? We're about to find out.
I think so.
There you go. You can turn it off. Put the kettle on.
Yeah.
Rob in the smoke,
done.
mate. It's done.
I was gonna say I think we're gonna see a much more competitive game here. This was overtime last time, but yeah, I don't know. I got a feeling that if there's one map they might be practicing, it might be Dust2. It's a nice little entry there from Lucas as well. MOTM going for aggressive peak
That's
over
the most
at long.
tilting way to die on Dust2 in that particular spot.
You're just upset, aren't you? It's just like,
Yeah,
I knew it was gonna be there. I was calling it.
I should have
Didn't clear it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the mid crunch, the big flag, and Leo's waiting for it as well. Oh, someone's just dropped. Uh-oh. Is it a 4-on-4 right now, or is it the HUD? We'll find out. Only time will tell, because it's going to be some sort of retake of the catwalk. Meanwhile, Team Blue are pushing the A site. They're moving up long. Use the mini-map. It's way more helpful. Shakespeare has stopped Leo in his tracks on Cat, though, and now these T's are going to have to plant. But getting past in the post-plant is going to be difficult. They've lost long. They've lost short. They're getting split upon, and Shakespeare with another banger on the USP. It's left Henny alone in a clutch. Tip tackling with his P250, but he's only good for one. And Triumph have beaten Triumph to take that pistol.
Yeah, I was already confused by the play that was happening, and then Triumph morphed into becoming. They beat their own doppelgangers. Yes. Yeah,
so I think someone
like
dropped, right?
It's like the planet meme, like where the two astronauts are out in space.
Oh,
Wait, it's all Triumph.
It always was.
It always has been.
Yeah, I'm not completely certain on that, but it looked like, right before the HUD went weird, that someone dropped out the server for Plano. So that was a 4-on-4. Didn't go well for them, did it?
Yeah, so, I mean, obviously, if that's the case, it's after damage, right?
Yeah,
so,
they got the first kill as well, so kind of hurts.
Yep, the round will remain. But yeah, we are going into a technical pause. Yeah, crazy pistol round. What a crazy opener. I really was. I was like a dog being shown a card trick there. I didn't know what was going on.
I like that metaphor.
Yeah, Richard, man, I gotta say, you come up with the most banging metaphors. Like, you will think of ways to say the most mundane of things, and you'll make them, relatable and excited.
Just my brain's a mess, I guess. It's just all sorts going on up there. Not all of it good. Some of it good. Some of it funny. But here we go. They're back on. Looks to be like everyone is being reassembled. The band is back together. Certainly we can see as well we have actually got Triumph playing against Plano, which is good news.
Baby steps.
But yeah, listen, I agree with you. I think that is, if they were already tilted and already in a foul mood coming out of Nuke, that's done nothing to improve it.
No, yeah. Yeah, 5-on-4 set up, perfect. It looked perfect for the man. It looked like it was made for them. And then you lose. I don't know who, but you lose.
Someone. You lose someone.
I mean, they could have lost all their utility with that. You don't know. So, yeah, just from bad to worse, we'll say. Triumph, laughing all the way to the bank. Right, rifles were out in the second round. Got some Galils for Plano.
Yeah. That's the crazy thing about the economy right now. I think, you lose the first round, don't get a plant, and you still have better guns as the T than the CT. You're essentially rewarded for failure, which didn't used to be a feature of the game. So, Valve, please. It's
a very late kind of long take here. It's after the fact that they got catwalk control, so it's a nice little opening here from Plano.
Oh, B Wills.
Oh, but there's no trades.
Finally.
That's
2-on-3 though.
People on Cat. So even here, you look at the timing, and if you look at the minimap, the guys here are on site, whereas for the long guys are still finding the guy in pit. So timing it is still a little bit off. You tend to kind of wait. You kind of want to sandwich them a little bit more. So good little hole from Triumph still. Sure, round's not over, but Lucas with 4 HP. Henny having to go grab the bomb. Not looking likely.
Ooh, 14 seconds. Die now or forever hold your peace. So he will. Gets that loss bonus at least. Little check getting cashed. And 2-0 for Triumph. That's what they're looking for in the series as well. And they're on the right track.
Yeah, I mean, again, like I say, it's unfortunate the circumstances, but these things always happen. It has to be sort of factored in. The pistol round being so vitally important, it's never good if you have something like that happen to you in that moment. But yep, Triumph have capitalized and overcame the force. And here we are. So now we're going to see a couple of Deagles coming in for Plano.
Ooh, meeting in the middle, Cooper's aggroed Cat. He's got a teammate by his side as well. And they're just mopping up freebies right now. Deagle's getting traded out, but B-Wills wants a taste of the action, and he'll get that on the tip of his tongue. 3 kills and 3 rounds for Triumph. But we've really just been waiting for the guns, and here they are for Plano.
Sure. Worth noting, though, the impact. Again, I think there's a little bit on Dust2, similar to what we talked about way back at the start of the show with Inferno, you know, about the economy and the way it is. And to not take guns on that round, to maybe not just be a bit more aggressive and commit to, like, just trying to destabilize Triumph. All 5 members survive, and that's great for them moving forward in this half.
Oh, look at the long take. 3 players out of the gate for Triumph, and they made the right read. It looks like the late long explosion here for Plano. They actually boosted a player up, so looking for the cross, and the re-smoke down will deny this long position. It's still, I mean, they're still committed, right? 4 players ready to late take long, more and more grenades, and finally this boost might pay off. Shake Zilla's got a kill, does get traded. I don't know how that happened.
How did he get away with 1?
I don't know.
That should have just been like a freebie for Plano. They were set up for exactly that. Shake Zilla plays right into their hands, and even then, it's still good for 1. Cooper's trying to hit the timing to reposition, and he's kind of fluffed the jump a couple of times, which made me nervous. But he does still get up there in time. Henny, in a rare act of mercy, has let him survive for now. And with long control taken, you know, you can just leave your AWP down here in the pit, right? This is like the classic way of playing this long position. This is how it always used to be done. You let the AWP just hold this long old angle into the site, and it makes them have to play retake setup over on Cat, so you feel very restricted. Now, while this is happening, you've got the B rotation, but Triumph, who have just cleared out the tunnels, are now like, well, it can't be B. It just can't. And
what a great timing. What a great timing.
And Henny just threw a long smoke. That's further sold this fake. As soon as it fades, they're about to realize, wait, there's no one here. It's empty. We've been duped, fellas. Now the penny dropping, the realization setting in as Mollies go towards B and a bomb plant. Henny's dead to the long lurk, but is that going to be enough? Triumph, it's a long rotation to run. They're still up a man with kit, so definitely have to give it some consideration, but it won't be easy with all the time in the world for Plano to pick their position.
I love it though, right? Plano know that Triumph fell for this, so they're holding on to their things like Molotovs, for example, until they hear the footsteps, until they're close, right?
This flash it all hinges on this, basically.
It's going to hinge on this bit of utility to get you in, to propel you into the retake, and it's not gone well. Lucas wipes the slate clean of Triumph players, and Plano are in with their first round. Wow. That's a stellar fake, man. They Triumph fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. They hit a terrible timing on the tunnels push. Yeah. Great if you're an Plano fan.
Yeah, I mean, the timing as well was pretty good. I'd argue it was 25 seconds left, right? And sees no one in tunnel. Plano again kind of see the same tendency from Godsend. Very slow round here. Henny with a perfectly timed smoke as well. I was going to say they have to do something because they only had the 1 smoke left. They can't go long. They can't be smoking off the cross there. So nicely done by Plano.
You replay that round 100 times and Triumph win it 95, you know, like they're making all the right calls by not peeking long, not giving Henny on the plat with the AWP pick, right? They are just convinced by not only the clock, but the info and upper, and the fact that they know that long is lost. So, yeah, insane round for Plano for sure. But Triumph going to be kicking themselves. That being said, already recovered with a man up in this round. And they won't be doing that again. It might stifle their B rotates in the future, but this time they're 3 there out of the gate. They're retaking on A. That's fine with the man up. Double the cat. And oh my goodness, fast up. KNG getting caught crossing Goose. The plant will be allowed, but Triumph now in a very good position.
It's kind of
Henny on a
complicated
big
with
lurk.
Henny. Yeah, right? Being all the way back here in the tunnels, this gives you a little window where Triumph are going to feel like the urge to go and fight in the site, right? And take the 3v2 to limit the amount of impact Henny can have in terms of cutting off the rotations. So it's a bit of a timing game for Henny here, seeing how much she can get away with, but it does leave these players in the site all alone, and the timing for Lucas just isn't there. The bomb's being stuck, and Henny can't do anything. Triumph play that to perfection.
Yeah.
They learn about the lurk, and they just go, all right, he can try and catch up with us. He can try and put a stop to this. They rush the site players, and they make it happen.
Yeah, that's definitely the right call. If you're trying to hunt the lurker and he's not coming, he's not playing aggressive like Henny wasn't, you're at the whim of his decision. So all he has to do is stall just long enough that you lose a round to the time. Try and avoid that completely.
Even if he did run there, it was a bad plant as well to catwalk, so Henny couldn't really have helped out anyway. But yeah, very, very late on the lurk, I'd say, for Henny. We kind of saw that as well on Nuke as well. He was pretty far along on the map on the other side. It was interesting to me to kind of see, and we haven't seen it. We talk about the double op setup potential from Plano, and we've only seen the one op so far.
Ooh.
Oh, the nade misses, but still does some damage.
Oh! What? I don't know how KNG wins that fight. Spray looked pretty on it for me, but now Triumph are forced out of the bomb site. Cooper going to give it a go with one shot, and that's all he had. One opportunity, but he misses it. That's still going to be a kill onto KNG from B-Wills. That will tempt them back in. Henny's waiting on another lurk at the top of middle. Can his backstab provide more sustenance? Will it be a save? Triumph getting smoked out, and Henny, all it takes is one kill here to end the round right here, right now. Ah, that'll do.
So
that
much
looked like a double.
damage.
Yeah, no way you're going near the B site now.
Yeah, still he's still very far away from the rest of the team, but at least there they end up going B and gives him a really good timing towards mid, especially there with Triumph calls for a save.
Yeah, this is like some happy levels of lurking, right? Like,
Yeah, no, I was gonna mention that. Like Happy used to lurk kind of like this, just very far off. You kind of don't expect him as well. You kind of want to take some map control, and kind of what we see here now in Europe, especially. I think G2 6 months ago were very good on this side aggression. Having a lurk like Henny at that point would probably be pretty good.
It's definitely tough because you kind of feel that, you know, KNG and Henny obviously wouldn't normally occupy the same space if there was only one of them. They've clearly had to work to kind of accommodate each other. And Henny's playing this, you know, a lot more lurking. And, you know, it is a very developed skill.
Oh my goodness, Motum, he's found some crazy timings in this game. And this one will punish him. My goodness. KNG, he just turned on a dime at the right second. And now, world's your oyster. You can see Lucas going back to long with the bomb.
Cooper was very lucky to get out of that exchange with Henny there as well. I think both were kind of caught by the flash. And, you know, I always have to wonder if that's going to play a part, right? I never like it when AWPers get to slink away with like 1 HP and Bogdan's Law or whatever comes into play and they get 3 kills when they should have died.
Yeah. Still just as deadly.
Indeed.
Ooh, reboost. Get that AWP up into the fray. Meanwhile, long getting taken. Triumph, they've done this before, right? They want to round off this, losing long, retaking Cat, and just setting up for a retake. Nothing wrong with that, but they are getting Cat split, and Cooper's gone. No 3K today. It's up to Cynic, who does swing and find a killer headshot. And meanwhile, B-Wills has killed a mid-player, but they know about the third man in VSM, who's just taken down another trade. Cynic going to cross back into A with only one smoke. That's a big enough gap for him to exploit. And now the bomb is alone on long. Lucas can't afford to die with 20 seconds, or the round is going to fall apart. Oh, he's trying to escape. He's trying to wait for his teammate. VSM's been caught, and now Lucas has to go forward, back to the W key, but Shakezilla shuts it out. And Triumph, man, some of these reactions are so good on this CT side right now. Even though they're catching awkward timings, they're making the best of it.
I can't stress enough, like, this is looking like an entirely different team to the one that we got in the first half of this series. Like, they're so decisive in this decision making, right? Like, that's now two, like, back-to-back examples of them piecing together what the kind of best possible decision in a pretty scuffed scenario is, right? There was one way you could have won that round, and that was aggressing on the back of, like, the lackluster utility on Plano's side and just gunning down the players that you know are coming in from long, never even giving time over to that flank to activate. So that's now 2 rounds that Plano have had this lurk player just nullified, like barely even able to play into the round.
A 5-on-3 as well, like, you really have to win those. Of all the rounds.
A 5-on-3 where, again, obviously, Cooper was, traded out. He's very low. But, like, Shakezilla is the man for situations like this. He makes this mid-call decisive decision. We're going to boost up. We're going to regress on short. He sends Cynic with Cooper. So he does lose the AWP. They pick it up immediately and brings it back. And it's a decisive moment of in the round. And they carry it into this round and then get the opening kill with it. I mean, Triumph are on a roll right now. And it's like, this is what a well-oiled, people use the term tier 2 in a derisory fashion. This is what a well-oiled tier 2 North American team can look like. And if Plano thought they were going to turn up and just rizzle, lizzle, dizzle their way through the maps like Snoop Dogg, it don't work on a track. It don't work like that.
They're getting smoked, Richard.
Yeah, totally. I mean, look at the difference. Look at the plane that Triumph are on right now compared to Plano, that are really relying on just their kind of like natural ability to get them through.
Oh, that's an awkward one.
No, I mean, to your point, Richard, I mean, I feel like they're doing everything as a unit. They have a cohesive game plan coming into it. Even during mid-round, they talk about it. They figure things out. Here we see, I would have loved to see a trade there from V-Wills.
Yeah.
Just since I am talking, so highly of them right there, and then they don't go and go for the trade. But yeah, I think that they've done a really good job here on both of the CT sides.
Oh no. Okay, that can't afford to be one of these moments where you go, if only I'd got that damn guy in CT, right? Or if only the back of the head hitbox hadn't have ruined my day. This cannot afford to be another retake for Triumph that they have no business winning. Lucas, they've crouched under his crosshair, and he hasn't realized they're crossing over to the left-hand side.
Oh, this story doesn't have a happy ending, I don't think.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't know they're there. He's still
Trade
waiting.
no,
he's seen the gun.
Oh, the boost. Oh, Henny's dead. Lucas with only the tag. Oh, no, the humanity.
Shakezilla, baby. This guy's made of stern stuff.
I'm
Don't
telling
mess
you,
with the
right?
shake.
Like, he's probably like a character. Invincible's what all the Zoomers are talking about now, but for me, like, he's like the Mekon from Dan Dare, His arms don't move as quick as all the other players on his team, but his brain is so big, it's ridiculous. He's all head.
He's all head.
Yeah.
It's like a badly poured pint.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But yeah, it's like when you're at Oktoberfest or something,
Oh, I can't believe he hits a tag as well. Like, there's a chance. You get the shot, you duck behind
like,
car.
To be fair, like, there's also a fair deal of, like, kind of just
Couldn't have
terrible
gone
luck
worse.
going for Plano, it feels like.
You make your own luck, baby. That's what I always say.
Oh, man. Right now, Triumph are destroying. And after winning the first map in such a strange fashion, like, you brought up Till after the first round, Richard. And I got to say, probably playing in, right? Not just the way that they lost Nuke, but the pistol round as well. The drop there in a great position. Oh,
I usually don't put a lot of stock in that, as I said earlier. I don't like to go into psychological components. You can't hear the comms. You don't know what's going on. You can only guess. But from knowing these players for as long as I have and following them for as long as I have and knowing their history and having written about their history, I know these guys are emotional. I know these guys expect to win in situations like this. And I also know, they're not above critiquing each other when things aren't going well. It's certainly been a feature of them in other teams. So, yeah, I mean...
No, and they whiffed that. Oh, man.
that bounced off of nothing with flying.
Yeah,
They still got the kills.
Okay, Leo.
Calculated.
Yeah, man, that's fine. That was always the plan, as it were. Henny, and KNG. They got this mid-rotation locked in, pincered by the Deagles, and it's looking like a dominant round here for Plano. B Wills, last guy remaining, 1-on-3, and this dude just wants to save the orb. He's seen better days.
But I feel that's what they want to do, you know, like that is an individual moment of brilliance from Leo, right? He just ran out, he just aggressed, he got the kills, he won the round, you know? It's like they've been doing these slow tactical build-ups. Come on, guys, we can see. We can see, you know, you don't have your strat book down yet, you know? For all the talk of the plan, that's what you're not bringing to the table. So you may as well just play aggressive and take those fights. If you push Triumph onto the back foot, there's no reason why they can't come back and win this half.
And you know, like what I would like to believe happens is like if Plano lose this rather, I hope that kind of, you know, is like the fire lit beneath them that maybe they needed, right? Because it's feeling, you know, as an outsider looking in, that thus far we haven't seen like too much from a tactical perspective, as you're saying, and it does feel like they came into this maybe relying on like, yeah, man, you know, we're just sick individuals, because they are very, very good individual players. But yeah, man, I hope this lights a bit of a fire underneath them to realize, like, okay, well, if this is how much trouble we got in the first game, in like the first phase that we're playing in versus Triumph, then what's going to happen as we go down the list, right? And as you rack up versus some of the some of the big boy organizations, the big names, what's going to happen there?
Well, you know, if you look at it this way, you know, if they drop down, they end up playing, if they lose, they have to play Godsend.
Wow.
That would be a sick matchup, though.
That is cool, isn't it? Like, arguably the two best, or the two new
cool
Brazilian
story.
teams.
But who wants to be battling against people who you've played with, who know all your stuff, you know? It's like...
Yeah, those are also the two like hype squads, right? With Team One and Pain, we know more so what we can expect from those guys. Like, they've been together longer. Like, these are the two new Brazilian teams everyone wants to see. For one of them to be eliminated just, you know, straight up after 2 matches, oof. That would...
Oh, the timing.
hurt.
I was going to say, it's going to be the first round we see as well with Plano with 2 double op setup. Really nicely done here by Triumph again, pushing into tunnel, getting 2 kills for it as well.
Barrel.
This is a round as well. Like, bear in mind, you come into this with the 1 AWP and then some pistols on armor. Yeah, I don't know. This was, you know, you were hoping for a nice clean round on the Plano side, and it's anything but right now. This AWP is trapped in middle, and even though KNG's still alive and can take players to the grave with him, asking for anything more than a double is just out of this, you know, out of the question. Bomb now planted, and a retake teed up for Triumph, a retake that never should have happened this dominantly. Can they get it over the line? Can they finish the work that guys like Cooper put in to open this round up?
B-Will's got a kit, though. I love it when player...
Lucas can win the round here if he gets the kill. Yeah.
And there it is. I do like it when players buy kits on half buys and ecos, right? It shows a lot of faith that you're you know, going to win the round, and nothing worse than getting all the kills, getting to a winnable position, and the time is what does it to you. However, this time it's Lucas, who is having a pretty good game right now, right? He's had some massive rounds, this being one of them.
Yeah, kind of the forgotten man, right? I mean, this is a guy that I think was treated not ideally, you know, when he was kind of called up to the big leagues, if you want to call it that, and play for MIBR, and he was asked to do a lot of, let's just say, not the roles of players, you know, getting a pro Counter-Strike to play, supporting supposedly more talented people. But I always thought low-key Lucas was a player that had like real talent, and he is capable of having those maps where he does like frag out and does crazy clutches and things. Strikes me as a pretty selfless guy as a player. So
yeah, a bit more I guess when you have the team that you have, you turn out to be a little bit more support-like, or I guess that's what MIBR
well, I mean, again, he's out of the frying pan into the fire with this team, right? I mean, they've got more firepower than teams he's played in before, so he obviously is going to be the glue. Yeah, and it's kind of the same thing
there, right? And it gets to a point where you really then need to have that kind of one guy to take a step back and kind of just says like, hey, I'm just a team player. KNG has been pretty spot on with these timings as well up in mid.
Yeah, like this round, Cat Orp, Orp pushing Cat all the way to the top of mid alone with a bunch of USPs, like just chilling back in A. I mean, Cooper, he loses the Orp. They can't retrieve it. That kind of sucks. Sheikh Zula's found himself an AK, but that will again likely just be the save. Maybe he can grab the Orp at the end, back towards the barrel, although they've picked it up. So on plant on A, open plant as well. Cat and Long available. Not really much hope for Sheikh. He's more so just looking to get away with stolen goods. But this is, slow and steady wins the race, right? Plano coming back in. This was a really strong start for Triumph, but is no longer, a one-sided game.
Yeah, this is, like I said, right? Like the double op setups is very expensive to run those, but KNG and Henny both have them now, and money getting a little bit better as well. We kind of know that they're not chasing. They're being a little bit more mindful of their own economy. A 65 now. And it comes after Triumph had a really good early start here, but could not really be picking up any extra money in the bank. Forced on a save, and while these rounds have been close, there's been some entries. But it has been slowly creeping back. I think it's the last 3 rounds in a row now. And on CT side, could drop an AWP if you shake Sula, but I don't think that's going to happen. So won't be seeing that against a double op setup. Oh, we actually do see that happening.
Oh, I love the mid run.
Yeah,
KNG full sending it. It's going up though, and Shake's here. Oh, still moving. KNG was quick round the corner, and yeah, this A split is underway. KNG can drop off if he wants and just try and keep up pressure on the rotations. He's doing that. Meanwhile, his team aren't committing to A. Might they go back through the spawn and do another late B execute after taking long? We've seen it work well before for these guys. Still just seeing if Henny gets any kills. I'd say deep CT smoke coming in from Leo. Triumph lose a lot of info there. Oh, KNG could find more as well, but not playing too abrasive, too aggressive. But in doing so, allows them to set up and retake the catwalk. Finally peeks back in lower with another, but B-Will's trades. And that's the go button. That's time to shred it if you're Plano. Take that A site, 4-on-3. You've lost your mid control. Just commit.
Oh, Sheikh Zula was found wanting with the AWP. We'll see if B-Wills can do something. Or maybe actually no.
That's a safe call, yeah.
Yep. They're just going to save both of those AWPs. Think that's fair enough.
Yeah, KNG's 2 frags here wins them the round. Really aggressive play there. Drops suicide. It's a long take at the same time. Gets the first one. He drops fully, goes down lower. Gets himself a very defensive spot, but just very smartly done there by KNG. This is where we should be seeing them chase a little bit more. Double op potentially saved here from Triumph's end as well. It would be nice for them. There's one gone.
This is nice though, right? We got Plano kind of building their way back up.
Yep, think about the rounds they were losing. Think about where they were at 5-2. And then Leo made that outrageous drive-by out of mid.
It's a nice little, like second wind, it feels like, right? You kind of realize, oh, well, Leo's able to do that, just running in with a Tech 9 or whatever, right? In spite of, like, the failed utility that kind of teed them up for it. You know, what can we do when we're all feeling that kind of energy? Henny's got this AWP again. He's trying to put it to good use out here alongside. Once more, the money's in an awkward spot for Triumph, so good chance at a round. And with that opener from KNG, if they went into B now, they would just have the round on a platter.
Oh dear.
But there's always time for things to get a little scary. Cooper up close, shrinking himself in. He's gone full mini Cooper in the corner. Dead to Leo. Still kills are coming in elsewhere on the map. It's left him in a 3-on-3. And with Leo tagged up, I'm curious what the decision's going to be here. I imagine a lot of this round, whether or not you go for it or not, is hinging on how much Motum can get away with. Oh my word! That could have been a whiff and a half, couldn't it?
He got away with life.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to have too huge an impact on the round,
No.
fortunately.
Well, now they've changed from going for the round to just killing him. They could get another orb. They could get a double orb for
True.
free right now. They've got the wrap. He's in a cage, and he doesn't even know it. But
Or
no
does
one's
Cynic
going,
give the AWP away?
Yeah, no one's going to be able to pick it up here. So you get the kill, but it doesn't actually matter. Bottom trying to backstab. Okay, maybe more
There's
for
actually
Cynic.
a bunch of guns now. Hey, they get all the kills.
Ole! Yeah.
That'll do. Double AWP. Yoink.
Yeah, man, if there ever was a way to lose a round and still feel happy, it's losing it like that, right? Where you take everyone to the grave with you, you set yourself up quite nicely. I was going to say, you know, long-term game plan, but with only 2 rounds left, you know, you're not actually going to break the money in time, as sad as that is to say. So outside of, you know, bringing some guns forward for yourself, that's really the only implications Plano are going to feel.
Yeah. I think Plano have done a great job here so far. KNG really stepping it up in these rounds. You know, I feel like almost every round they've won recently has been 5v4 advantage right at the start.
Oh my god. DSM has had a quiet game so far. Gets himself a double here now, though. And as you pointed out, sure, there's a lot of money on Triumph's end, but loss bonus. Shakesula could go for this if he wants to, but look at that. They're like ants. They're everywhere. Long cat. Planted the bomb. And what a comeback. This is really what I was expecting from a Plano. When it came out the backup, they started really being dominant once they got the double op setup. And with the economy not being great on the Triumph end, not a lot of utility, really causing these 2 ops to go havoc. And there we go, he's been spotted, yeah. Is there a knife coming in? Is that what they're talking about? Okay. But to Richard's point here, you know, KNG has really stepped up here so far this half. There's been back-to-back entry frags coming in from his end. He's been locking down map control. A lot of 2 kills to his name as well. And we see it on the scoreboard. Not a lot of replies from Triumph so far at the later stages of this half. And we'll see. Another double up setup though from both of these 2 sides.
Yeah, and when they've run the double up setup, they've really aggressed into mid and tried to take over the cat area pretty quickly. So might be a feature that we're going to see again. We might get some early duels between Cooper and KNG, which would be cool to see. But yeah, you can see Triumph taking a time out. You know, they're rocked. I mean, they were in the ascendancy. I know Plano have just bounced back and looking really, really strong now.
It's reassuring that they're looking so good on their T side as well, right? Which was their undoing their letdown in the first map. So, oh, look, what a play from Bottom. No fear, running up middle through his own smoke. And, oh my goodness, KNG trades, but double from Bottom. Don't know how he got the second. KNG knows as a player on Catwalk. Oh boy, the molly pushes him forward. Cooper bails. He doesn't want anything to do with this. Meanwhile, B. Wills trades his teammate. Bomb's still loose. Cooper still burning. And that's more and more info.
Art would have been proud of that play. Yeah. That was crazy.
Nice.
And like for Bottom to do that, he spent all game doing kind of crazy, outlandish stuff. You know, he was the guy who got that info, that fake info that tunnels was clear on the late rotate. He's been pushing top mid a lot. On the pistol, he pushed long and died first. Like, I'm surprised he's risking that in the last round of the half, but for good reason.
Yeah, I think as well, you know, what caught them a little bit cold was what I was talking about. You know, KNG was coming down mid, and because of that smoke or a flash, you know, it just seemed that Motton was able to kind of get past him before KNG could react. So crazy how that one panned out.
Do we believe in this?
Well, if it's going to happen, he needs to step it up.
Well, he's hit a good timing, at least, to get to this position. I think he knows that he's got these guys trapped on cat, so with the smoke now down, that's given over a bomb plant. It's planted for long as well, so KNG is planning ahead here. He is looking to play the long game to win this round out. First taking a fight here on players crossing out a short, and then if he wants, he could even fall back and try and play that post plant around this long, you know, the long position. Out through short they go. Flashes over. Trade kill has to happen. You can just win this on the trades, but with it not materializing, KG, another chance, but silenced by Shakezilla. And the defuse, there's no time for the defuse.
What?
Oh, and he still got it.
And
No
there we go.
way.
That's not what I thought was going to happen there. Well, KNG, the mastermind, 9-6 for Plano, and Triumph now playing catch-up. Join us for the second half in just a minute. You probably don't want to miss it.
So back into the action on Dust2. We're going to find out if KNG can mastermind a victory here to take us to a third map, or is there an ace up Triumph's sleeve? Hugo and Harry, take it away.
Oh, Plano's certainly taking it away. They're rushing top mid in this pistol. CT side, by the way, going to get caught from lower, but Henny's flashed them from the mid doors, and it's a bit of a mop-up. It's a bit of a mess, and there's definitely some murder to follow. B-Will's trying to find the head, does get it. Lucas, low on ammo. B-Will's jumping in the corner. Motum's covering him with a multi-kill here, but he's now all that stands. Doesn't finish the frag, turning
What's
back,
going on?
but he can't pick a target.
Right, hang on a second.
I'm lost.
It's a roller coaster, man.
What the?
Has someone dosed my water?
If so, please double it right now.
It's the only way I can make sense of what I'm saying, yeah. Sometimes you do have to go so far.
Full send or
It's a
no
full-on
send.
brawl in mid. 5 versus 5, essentially.
Yeah.
And I can't
Alright.
believe it. There's just so much going on. Well, nonetheless.
That's one word for it. I mean,
Yeah.
like...
Nonetheless.
Unreal.
Pistol round for Plano. No plant for Triumph, which means it's going to be a save round here. Buy for next.
But...
They are running long here, though.
They could make something happen. I mean...
No, bomb dropped.
Okay, now nothing can happen. Now it's all back to normal, regularly scheduled program in there. Plano get that round in, 4 alive.
I
About as
do want to
clean
say
they
as
could
well,
hope.
VSM's like thinking, how can this happen to me on this map? He's been so unlucky. He's like you said, twice as big as everyone else's. We all know that shape. So he just keeps getting hit with these pistol shots from like miles away. Like it's crazy. He's been super unlucky in some of these rounds to just be the guy that's always got banged out early.
Yeah, it's crazy. Him and Henny have 10 kills combined, but they're mashing Triumph right now. It's not a problem.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The rounds are going well, even if, a couple of struggling individuals lifted up by KNG and friends.
I might even go so far as to say is that they need to take this because it's kind of the bonus round where they're holding on to the Famises.
All right,
and
well,
there's your
that'll
boy
help.
Lucas. Yeah, waiting for you.
To be fair,
the
yeah, it
smoke in our first gun
wasn't
round.
the hardest kills Lucas has ever had to get. He's laughing to himself. Like, not only has he probably just won the round for Plano on the back of that, there's now another AK dropped in the doors that you could upgrade this other Famis onto, and you can see Henny, trying to give it a look in, trying to pinch every penny, as it were. Isn't able to do so, but regardless, for Triumph now, you need someone to go above and beyond the Call of Duty here, right? And God, I mean, well, that's another game as well. I said just then, Call of Duty.
It's outrageous that you brought it up.
I didn't want to have to talk about it.
Excommunicated now.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
There you go. We got COD sound effects on standby.
Brilliant.
Anything else?
Definitely run those at an RMR event, no problem. Can't see that causing any problems down the road. Do continue.
Look at this timing. Look at this. Oh, Shakezilla wins it. I don't know how. That's very unfortunate for KNG. He thought he'd hit it perfectly, and I thought he had as well.
This is
Now
dangerous
double
now,
long
actually.
setup. Yeah,
'cause this
once
could be
again,
retake
it's
A.
like it's another round that can get out of hand when it really feels like it shouldn't have. You're setting up for a retake. I don't think any of us would disagree for, playing the numbers game, playing a 4-on-3, but it does now come with the risk of, like, you're the ones on the clock. You're the ones playing into the hands of Triumph, who have had a bit of time to get set up in this bomb site now.
Good flash, though. They're going to move up the ramp.
Yeah.
The smoke's down. That gives a lot more room to work with for Shake, and he's going to choose his fights wisely. Swinging his Cynic with a double kill from nowhere. And now Henny, time is not his friend, and he's not going to befriend it anytime soon. Running away from the bomb and having to save his gun. No chance in that clutch. Yeah, we got it in the end. I don't know.
That was like that.
Guys,
What are you
it's late.
made of, my man?
It's late over here right now.
Iconic calls.
Oh.
Sensational stuff only. Oh yeah, that's how the round started, and they won it. They won the round.
They won it. And
Yeah.
that's like that positive reinforcement. Like, you have that guy you play with who's way worse than everyone else, but they always do like, you see this with like teammates all the time. They'll do something that doesn't make sense, and it should throw the round away, and then they win the round, and then they go, yeah, I'll keep doing that. That works. The proof's right there.
Yeah.
They both die pushing the long doors, and then go on to win it. With 2 out of the 3 remaining surviving. That's a huge win for Triumph. That's given them a chance now to grind this game out after all and get it done in 2. If they can break apart this force buy, well, Plano are ecoing, and suddenly you've got them in a really, really good spot. Slow mid control in this round, right? Taking the catwalk, hinge smoke drop to get you up there safely, leaving nothing to chance. It does look like Plano do want to challenge from inside of the site, playing this kind of off angle here.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Lucas, he gets out. He doesn't get punished. That's something at least. 3 on this A side right now. But Triumph are in no hurry. They've got a 5-on-4. They've got all the time in the world. 1 player alone at B, and they know that they're a 2A at a bare minimum right now, so temptation to rotate out and go towards Cynic is there. Flash to mid, Cooper's going to move in. But KNG, he spots him get back up. Oh, that will help. Cooper just swings back in. I don't know, are they going A?
Does KNG,
are they going B?
KNG, I think, doesn't know if Moore got into lower tunnel there, so he's going to move across the B. This might be the window of opportunity they need, actually. Triumph here.
Not
Yeah,
much
no
time
nades,
to
so
do
have
it.
to dry peek it.
Crisp.
Oh, no!
Yeah,
Crisp.
that's how you win a round.
Mm.
It was looking like they did not have a clear idea of what they wanted to do Triumph there. Just turn out to it.
Well, what they've done is they've
flashing
tried
out.
to defeat the old Plano style. You have to emulate it and adopt it. And it's like, listen, they're running around like headless chickens. Why don't we do the same? And now we're winning rounds again. Counter-Strike, it's a beautiful game.
All right, guys, this time let's jump through the long smoke.
Yeah. No,
I mean, they had
actually,
that-
on a serious note, I really feel sorry for KNG in that situation.
Yeah.
He had no idea whether they'd got out earlier because of the timing. They could have been pushing on B, and if he doesn't go, round's over anyway. So he
Yeah.
gambled and unfortunately lost there.
Oh, behind the long smoke, they got Flash coming. B-Well's blind, does make it to the pit. Will his teammates
what
fair
is
as well?
this?
They are
What is
body
happening?
blocking inside the smoke, but 2 USP kills, and somehow, some way,
Nearly
I
just
don't
spat
know.
water all over my desk plate.
It's still winnable. It's still
The
recoverable.
fight's still happening. It's the longest
Oh.
USP fight you've ever seen.
2 AKs. Can they get them to be in time? Cooper's here to stop them.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to see what more twists and turns we go through.
But wait.
Cooper dead in middle, but don't you worry, because Triumph, they're going in through the tunnels. Nothing could possibly go wrong here, right? Lucas dead, B site opened up, and now there's still more to happen.
Would love to see Lucas go car there, right? Instead of swinging into what he knows is a fight. Like, if he tucks, they might not clear him. Either way, bomb gets planted, low HP, so these rifles, even though armorless, are still deadly. 1 shot in the right place from Plano, and they can close this round. No kit.
Yeah, well, here comes the flash. I know, I'm like you. I am seeing things I never thought I'd see.
Listen, man, it's just you trying to like start. Yep, well, here we are, 2-on-2, and Triumph win it like we
Mate.
all expected they would.
I've casted a lot of NACS. Like, tonight has been the most wild night of all.
I don't, yeah, they're putting on a show for us
Yeah.
because they know, you got the eyes of the world watching, so at least make it fun if you can do anything.
What? What is the
He's
replay?
running into a wall.
He's running into a dude, I think. I don't know. Close. Nice try.
You know, I actually a third map of this would be brilliant.
Why not? Why not?
I am all about that life right now.
Yeah. Hey, your prayers might get answered. Not if Triumph have their way, though. They are building in somehow, some way into this T side with a few rounds now, 3 in a row, and more money to be made. Plano, they love that double AWP on the T side, but right now they don't have the money for one. So flat rifles, no kit, limited utility. We're talking long takes here are even going to be hard. They don't have the flashes. This is a great round to do something aggressive.
This was meant to be like a straight path to a good start for Plano, and instead it's like Lombard Street in this server right now. Like, I don't know. We've gone through so many twists and turns to even get to this scoreline, and I still don't even know who's winning the damn game. I've been watching the whole thing. Plano might have 11 rounds, but does that mean anything?
Oh, they missed their long smoke.
Where we're going, we don't need rounds.
Once you hit overtime,
I like
88.
this though from Plano. They pushed into tunnel. It's a catwalk setup as well. So as you guys pointed out, there's no AWP, not a lot of nades either. So they kind of have to stay together and try and have to take a gamble here. So difference here between Triumph and Plano as well as Triumph seems to just be sticking with long.
Yeah, risk is if they go back here, then they're going to get absolutely shredded because you can see the rotates coming up. Yeah. So they've gained so much info off this. Like, Triumph have to go now.
Oh, they have no idea. They're boxed in as well. Bomb dropped on the cross. Someone needs to go and get that. Pick it back up. The smokes are down. Molly comes towards Gandalf, but ooh, just getting out Lucas. Low HP, covered by Henny, not for long. They might think that was Lucas, though. They don't know there's a second player here. Late long lurk for Leo, getting heard. Bottom deals with it. 4 on 2. Bomb can get planted, but right now you're focused on fights. Everyone's here. 20 seconds. VSM dropping spawn side. They're going to multi-peek him. Line up, and VSM gets 1. 2 more to find. He's on his own. Double peek will do it.
Wow.
And 10 rounds found for Triumph. Not even close.
I don't think you could have had more going your way for Plano there, right? Like, they had the info, they had the stack, they were in the right place at the right time. It felt like that was going to be them breaking this little streak that Triumph have been on, and that's not the case. So now the money's gone again. You know, this is why these T-side comebacks are like so common. You know, you get stuck in this situation where like you buy, you lose that round, you partially invest a little bit, you probably lose that round, and you can just get stuck feeling like every single loss is hitting as a 2-for-1. That's how it must feel right now. Lower tunnels pushes come in, but sorry, I was just going to say, like, look at this, you know, this is information that Triumph have. They've seen the mid-smoke fall, and so they're just holding on passively outside of the tunnels. A's been opened up. This round's over.
Yeah, no, and as you pointed out as well, right, to see the economy, not only are you not getting the AWPs, but you're also not getting any utility on top of that. So winning even the rounds that you do end up winning, you have to keep members alive just to start building some economy. So yeah, very, very difficult position to be in right now if you're Plano. A lot of economy as well on the Triumph end. We'll be seeing it. I mentioned it before on the T side. I do think it's important here on Dust2 CT side as well to potentially try and get that double up setup here coming in from Plano. Especially when you're not going to have that much utility, you might as well try and go for the same kind of aggressive play. Yeah, we kind of see it here now. Can GM, Henny both pick him up. You have 2 kits as well. It's been 5 in a row for Triumph. Rounds that we thought we would not have seen. Rounds that we thought they should not have won. But here we are. Round number 23. And it's a walk into B. Oh, I love that.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. Yep. Oh, and a nice flashbang though. Gets 2. Oh my god.
What? I'll tell you who doesn't love it, Fifth Lawrence.
Oh
Triumph.
my god, I can't believe it.
They've been absolutely battered.
It's a great call. Everyone gets flashed there. Leo Dark does a really good job in staying alive back of sight. VSM with a great backup as well. It's a good hold.
Yeah, that's unlucky, right? But really well played from Leo to drop the smoke, to hide, to bide his time. And of course, that's the round that they win. They break the streak of 5 with, you know, a very fortunate B. I was going to say Reed, but there's only one dude there. Quick mid-rotate, quick utility, but only one man, and that will get it done. Henny on the board, about time. Still a refrag onto VSM and lower. He's had a recovery in the CT side for sure, albeit, you know, at the despite losing a lot of the rounds that he's finding these kills in. Henny's regrouped on Cat. It's only Leo on B again. He can't call for any supportive utility. So if they commit, he is on his own. Bomb is very late, but they're going in anyway. Leo's been spotted, and he swings to his own death now. Shake cutting off the rotates, and he's got many more kills to be found through these doors.
They got a save here. Oh man, maybe now they will definitely go for it.
Yeah, now there's an opportunity. Yeah, maybe.
Loads of nades for this retake as well.
I think they're hoping for a quick kill somewhere, and maybe they would go, but failed nade. Molly there at hand as well. I do think we're going to be seeing a save call here. Cynic.
Loving this from Cynic, though. Yeah.
They've got more smokes to cycle.
Oh, I love
and this
it.
is
Cynic,
worst case
Cynic
to be in
isn't
for
going.
CT.
I love that he's just waiting in the double doors, right? He knows that he can either stop the save or deny the retake attempt. And, apparently,
Not again!
Done it again.
Brother on brother crime. What's it called?
Family court on the way.
Oh, no.
That's really unfortunate.
Well,
We know what happened in that team kill at least. It makes sense.
yeah, man, it makes loads of sense.
More sense than the last one.
Does it? Let's see. Nope, no, actually.
This might just be the best game of Counter-Strike.
I left Furia for this. Outrageous.
This is the best game of
I'm giving
Counter-Strike
myself
I've
a
ever seen.
migraine. I'm crying, man.
12 all.
This is really delivered. Like, it's
Yeah.
not.
It's really
Guys,
delivered in all the...
if you're just tuning in and watching a Counter-Strike game for the first time, no, they're not all like this at all. What you're seeing is a very unique and special piece of
Yeah, you're
entertainment.
very lucky.
God bless this game. God bless this game.
Another B walk. Here they go, tucked in the corner. They'll never check it. They'll never be ready. They're getting baited in, played like a fiddle. And Leo, he's got his harmonica out. He's singing a pretty tune as he tucks in the back of B. Molly's going to push him open, and he gets out alive. Should never survive that cross with the fire, with the spam. And now it's back to the drawing board, back to the long position where Henny has not moved a muscle.
Well, it's been reset here a little bit. Only leaving Sheikh Sula to keep hold of tunnel. Not a lot of nades left here either. There are 2 smokes left though, so they could be going long, and which they are. As you guys pointed out, there's
Yeah, I mean, I feel this is where Plano have a tendency to get caught out. Splash is coming in. Yep. Henny missed the timing there with the blind shot.
Oh,
Is going to get one.
Oh, more
2.
where that came from.
Oh,
Henny.
3. There you go. That's the guy that you know and love.
That's what we needed. That's what we've been missing.
yeah, better late than never, hey. This is a crucial point in the game now.
and 4 members alive as well. Super important if you're Plano.
Yeah, they desperately needed that.
Money is no longer in a good position for Triumph, right? They've been going off of the bonus of those 5-1 rounds, but now with some back and forth, some here and there, they're finally going to be in quite the rough position. Plano now finally favored in this map. I mean, I say finally, they were for the longest time, but Triumph really, pulled the wool over their eyes with a bit of a T-side comeback. Now 14-12 looking inevitable, unless Sheikh Zilla can do something gross.
Well, yeah, well, he's certainly weighing it up. I wonder what they'll come up with. I think Triumph have really used their timeouts well. They generally do throw in a curveball, when they come back from this stuff. So they are working on a strat right now. But this is where Plano just have to hold their nerve. They've got all the guns, all the utility, 2 AWPs ready to go. Really should be 14-12, but man, take nothing for granted in this game.
I'm surprised that they end up buying here on Triumph's end.
Yeah.
It's 13-12. They end up losing this round. It's to Richard's point, it's 14, but then you have no money, right? So you're essentially playing for a tie rather than give him this round, give him 14, and then you have a full buy. But instead, Triumph goes for they buy off of the AK, Tech 9, some Deagles. They do have a bit of utility, but against a double op setup, we're expecting Triumph to be landing some nice shots here.
And I'm still trying to figure out what Triumph's plan is here. They seem to be kind of trying to get down Cat, but they definitely don't want to do that. KNG, they'd be like shooting fish in a barrel. And, yeah, there's a little gap there in the smoke as well. So if the plan's to push mid, that might not be ideal.
Yeah, it should be okay, right? Usually you drop that hinge smoke if the plan is to, at worst, go Xbox to catwalk, right? Normally it's just for walking up cat. So it should be all good. We had this guy sneaking in behind the box. I was getting a little bit worried as well, Richard. But everything's fine for now. KNG, been waiting for this chance to shine. This is the first opportunity, but it baits them into Lucas. Only good for one on him, though. And KNG is now the only defender standing... Oh, actually, he's not. He does have a guy on the back of the site. I'm just blind. Tenny here.
But it's a double
Yeah,
AWP.
but it's both the AWPs.
Double AWP.
And they are whiffing hard at the moment.
Oh,
Oh,
missing.
my lord.
No, this can't happen. This can't happen like this. It's just Leo left alive. Does he even want to give it a go? Man, the site's lost. AWPs picked up, and lots of them.
This was Triumph playing for overtime in my head. Like, them buying here is them pretty much, obviously you're hoping to win the round, but the expectation is that you lose.
At the guns they're coming out with. Wow.
3 AWPs. Oh my goodness.
And that's well, Lucas would still be able to draw up one, I guess, but he's not gonna have a lot of money. That's a really tough round to be losing here if you're Plano.
Especially after the B-walks have been like denied both times they've done it, right? And then they go for the speedy mid to B. Perfect round. Plano never knew what hit him. And yeah, like again, both your AWPers have to hit one shot and you win that round.
Yeah, but even if KNG misses his, which it's debatable who's got the hardest shot out of him or Henny, but if either of them land one, I think they still win the round. It's only in a world where both miss. I mean, that's like Doctor Strange levels of, the insane timeline you have to be in for that round to go to Triumph. Absolutely crazy.
And yeah, somehow that's the world we find ourselves in right now. This game's tied up again. It just feels like it's destined to be this neck and neck affair. Triumph, as we said, this is a rematch. They got 2-0'd last time around, and admittedly they were able to have a couple of close games in there, right? Like Nuke overtime performance, things were looking good. But this is one hell of a response, right? Coming back in second time around, a whole game wiser versus what Plano are going to bring to the table. And they're delivering on the promise of, bouncing back stronger. A potential 2-0 to open up. Oh, another pause as well. Back to bacticles.
Yeah, like that.
I guess trying to figure out if they're going to be buying or not. Rules hasn't been making any purchases yet. I guess there's an AK on the ground.
Think you take a time out there if you Triumph just to let them stew in their juices for as long as possible, personally.
I guess Henny, if he wants, could just buy a glass cannon AWP here as well. Go back to the double op setup.
I wouldn't be against that. I mean, the only impact he's had has been the AWP, right? Like,
why not
had
go
trouble
for the
elsewhere? Yeah.
There we go.
Have we got 4 AWPs in this round and a Krieg? My oh my. Pulling out all the stops. Obviously, 2 of those AWPs for Triumph saved from the previous round, so you take what you get. Oh, and he's making moves, man. He's got no armor, and he's in lower tunnels. Captain ready to go down with his ship. Meanwhile, Lucas driving the boat right up the front, and he's taking the bomb as well. He's just going to smoke it and disappear. This is a nice play. Taking the advantage and not digging the hole any deeper. Could have played the package there, but no need. KNG posted for the... Oh, flick missed. Okay, Cooper given a second chance at life. But all this time, Henny's been waiting lower. They've only just walked into Upper Dark. They've been so patient here. So there's no info that Triumph have the B area. And so Henny's leaving. He does, of course, get out alive, which is pretty decent considering the 5-on-4. but not to know that Triumph are in tunnels for the time being, so no clue as to where this one's ending up. They're re-aggressing along. That's some nice real estate. It's some nice information at the 50-second mark, and with this completely cleared out, it leaves a lot lacking for Triumph. They can really only go B or take Cat, and in which case, Plano can play retake with Long. So it's a very difficult round for Triumph to recover from here. What have they got in store?
Yeah, that's not the debut of Motom out in mid that you wanted, and Lucas has decided that he's just going to start to push them. He's just going to get aggressive, get in their face. B Wills all alone and falling to the hands of KNG. Plano in with 14, keeping the lead in their favor, and there's still a promise, a potential of a third map of Train on the horizon.
I can see the sun rising outside.
The sun is rising outside.
Yeah, I mean, there's even no money loss bonus on Triumph's end, $1,400. Not the round that you wanted to lose, so it's another kind of wonky buy as we saw last time. Still 2 rifles though, Cynic with an AK, Sheikh Sula with a Galil. But man, it's been some scrappy rounds here at the end. KNG lands the first one, very active here in mid. That round, last round from Plano, by the way, was actually a really nice planned setup round. Obviously, Handy wasn't lower, but it was from that aggressive play in mid. Intent was to kind of bait on in at least one guy in lower. Never ended up coming there, but really nice little setup, aggressive one.
If you're setting up into cat takes against this double orb, you're asking for trouble. And he's got one of his on the A-bomb site. KNG back of B at the moment. Looks like Triumph are committed here. They don't have a lot of util. 1 smoke, 3 mollies, 2 flashes. And they're setting all that up now. Already the bomb committed. Flashed out is Sheikh. Bottom going to get dropped. Sheikh does respond, but he's gone to the AWP as well. Henny is in for a reel, but he's only got a couple of kills. And now the cross needs to happen. They're waiting for another fight that's not coming their way. Lucas is waiting for his team. He's going to take a bit of a peek in. Take some serious damage, and they can hunt him down. He moves to spawn. Nice escape, but are they going to be able to find him? They have no idea. Cynic flicks, and now the plant allowed as well. They're playing for long, but it's Cat where Leo's come from, and Cooper now in a 1-on-2. Jumps up over the site. Lots of damage to KNG, and he's got a chance after all, but Leo won't let it happen, and finds 15 for Plano.
Cynic did so much that round to just try and give Triumph the possibility to win it, but it is going to be KNG taking Plano to map point. And man, if this is what they're doing on Dust2, I can't wait to see Train. It's going to be mind-blowing. But Triumph have 2 rounds to prevent that outcome. Maybe another overtime. Why not?
Yeah, we could have had the same result as last time these 2 teams played. Was overtime on Dust2 that time around. They got the bomb down, so at least a lot of utility. Cooper with a Mac-10. Cynic with an AK, but this time around they are going lower. Some people up in mid as well, so watch out for a pretty fast, maybe a explosion out from the smoke in mid.
Yeah, it's that hinge smoke. It looked like that's what they were lining up. Yeah, they've dropped that in, right? Giving this illusion that they're taking some cat control. But that's not looking to be the decision. Instead, trying to get out through the mid doors, as you say, 50. But KNG nail the opener. And with even more to follow. Was that the collateral as well? Yeah, it was. Oh, bad to worse as Leo locks it in. 3 kills now between Plano and locking in Train as the deciding map. KNG smoked off in middle, but he's going to make a wild child play, hiding in it, looking like he wants to go through. KNG, this could be the end of the game, and here it is. Backstabs in, good for the first. Cynic, so much to do, and sadly he can't find anything outside of those 2 trades. Plano, they take us the distance. They're taking us to Train, a 3rd map locked and loaded. We'll be back with that in just a moment.